Yo, what's good? What's good? GALANACCI, the creator here. This is uh, what is it today? It's a Friday today, 2nd of May. Another week updating the UNCUT series. What has happened this past week? I started working a bar job. It's my first time working a bar job, and at the same time, I'm sending out applications within the fashion industry for entry level roles, internship roles, and whatnot. I'm not sure if I touched up on. Yeah, no, this week as well, I received the email regarding the internship for Ralph Lauren and how I did. Turns out I didn't get it. No biggie. I feel like it's a good thing since it made me realize that maybe the digital visual sort of route isn't something that aligns with me. So I'm cool with that being how it turned out. And it just kind of made me think, well, what is it that I want to actually do and that sort of aligns with my skill set? Because with that one, the lady who interviewed me said I had great potential, but there was some misalignment we were when we were interviewing, and then I wasn't. There was a question. I would say it's a trick question because it was like an icebreaker. It was along the lines of, "Do you follow any fashion trends and do you shop online?" And I said I don't. I mostly follow niche brands, brands that I sort of find interesting, and I don't really follow much of like the general fashion trends. That's just like a personal preference. But it turns out the role requires you to be following the fashion trends and knowing the know-hows and whatnot. But it is what it is. To be fair, I thought that aspect of the role could be taught. I could have easily like learned that on the job, but especially because it's an intern role. But it is what it is. They have to tick some boxes, and if I don't tick the box, it's cool. I'll go where I'm needed. But yeah, no, I started working again, in a bar job in central London. Shit's hard, man. I forgot how hard customer service is. Honestly, I haven't been in a customer service role since I left uni. Oh, graduated uni in 2019. But yeah, sometimes you have to go back to square one to be able to sustain yourself. Something wrong with that, man. Everyone's journey looks different, and my one just happens to look like this. And yeah, I'm still looking to build Galanacci and then Pioneers of Greatness, and also do pick up client work whenever. But my main priority is to lock a job a job in the fashion industry. Now I'm more tailoring into production roles and garment tech roles. So even this morning, I was sending out some emails to, was it Burberry, basically some London-based luxury brands that are established, asking for if there's upcoming internship roles or garment tech assistant opportunities. And I actually got a reply back from a brand called Roxsanda. It seems like their focus is more on women's wear, and it's actually very similar to what I have here behind me, like the way I've been designing. the women's wear collection for Galanacci. It has similar direction and style. So I was like, okay, cool, this is dope. So I'm just finding out because they on their website they didn't say that there was any roles available. I just sent an email saying if there's any future ones that are upcoming. They replied asking for an interview. So I gave my availability. Ooh, fuck. I gave my availability, and I also asked if it was a paid internship, because what I know is mostly for fashion internships, some are not paid, if not all. But if this one from Roxanda, if the internship role or the opportunity sort of covers the amount of money I make in the bar job that I have, I'll happily leave the bar job and then intern up to a year at Roksanda. I just want to, and this is for a garment tech role, so like assistant. I just need to immerse myself in an established sort of fashion brand and just pick up the skill set from there and then navigate my way that way. Because usually, how I've been seeing it, for people to land, these roles, they would have an academic background in fashion, and then they would intern at, let's say, two or three places for three 3 to 6 months up to a year before landing a like an assistant role, a junior role at an established fashion house. So I may have to go through that, even though I don't have the fashion academic background. I do have like the architecture background, and I have the 2 years of experience at a luxury streetwear startup, and then 1 year of that was the collaboration with Cause, and then also my building my own fashion brand, and then the client work, and then also shadowing at Robert Jesse. So yeah, there's real world experiences there, although they may be very unorthodox since I didn't follow a traditional path. But it is what it is. Like you you just you follow your intuition, and then it just leads you to these places, and it just so happens to lead me here. And yeah, the main goal now is really find a fashion role that's you know being like paid. I don't even care if it's like minimum wage right now. I just need to get paid whilst I learn, because that's what I need, and that will benefit me in the long run, building Galanacci and Pioneers of Greatness. And then obviously, once I land those internship entry level roles, I'm the type to stay at one place for a long time. Now that I know my direction, I'll definitely stay. I'll prefer to stay at one place, because man, I ain't trying to be sending 1,000 applications just so I can find a job. I ain't trying to go through that. So if I can land land a fashion job that's aligned with the garment tech production role along those lines, and I'm cool, man. But yeah, man, this shit crazy. Like literally, I have work in at 3 p.m. It's currently what? Yeah, it just turned 11. So in 4 hours time, I'll have work. I'll finish at 10 p.m. So like sort of like a mid shift. But yeah, man, this is the reality of it, man. And I'm quite excited. Like, I'm at that point where everything is fucking new. Even the bar job. I've never worked at a bar before. I don't even drink. So learning how to make the drinks, take the orders, memorize all these drinks, like where to tap them on the till, and all this shit. Very new experiences. Hard at the beginning, but I learned quick, so I'm slowly picking things up. And it's the same thing. It will be the same thing once I land a garment entry level or internship garment tech or production role. Like, it will feel unfamiliar at first, but then obviously I will have I would have had my experience with Robert Jesse. There will be some similarities there because I've been pattern making, I've been sampling, I've been prototyping, even helping with ready to wear garments that Robert Jesse sells, you know? And it, I just haven't had the experience within a established fashion house. Since Robert Jesse is an independent studio, so it's just like a one man team, and then he would have assistants coming in here at various days, but most of the time there's 2 or 3 people in total in his studio, including himself. So I can imagine being in a established fashion house where maybe there's 15 people there and whatnot. But yeah, no, it's interesting, very interesting. And at the same time, obviously, I'm still navigating like my debt stuff. Like, it's crazy because I have to get rid of that first so that I can, really get down to building my brand, because it's that debt that actually allowed me to go without working for the last 5 years. Yeah, about that. But yeah, now sometimes you take the risk and sometimes it's a miss financially, but it's a hit in terms of experience. I definitely hit the jackpot in the last 5 years with all the experiences that I've experienced regarding fashion. If you watch my previous video, I would have broken down like my transition from architecture all the way up to now into like what I'm doing in within fashion. But yeah, man, shit been crazy, crazy journey. But yeah, no, I'm in that phase where just I'm learning new shit day in day out, and it's interesting. It keeps me sort of motivated and then on my tiptoes. But yeah, this right here, man, this is the type of shit like brand owners that are successful that they don't talk about when it's happening. I'm sure all of those guys had a period in their life where shit wasn't happening, nothing was going right, nothing was moving, nothing was going in their way, and they internalized that. Me, fuck that shit, man. I'm gonna document this shit so that when I look back 5, 10 years from now, I'll be like, yeah, I wasn't afraid to talk about it, share the journey, and just take it head on. But yeah, man, I think it'll be interesting just to see how things pan out, because what you have in your mind, what you have planned out in your mind, it usually doesn't map out like that in real life. Sometimes some bits do, but sometimes opportunities manifest itself in a different way or different form compared to how you've imagined it. So you have to be open to receiving those opportunities regardless of what you initially had in mind. So let's say maybe for me, oh, I wanted to work at like a Ralph Lauren, but that didn't materialize. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to reject the opportunities that aren't of like a Ralph Lauren caliber. But it also doesn't mean that I won't stop pursuing or sending applications if a position opens that aligns with what I'm looking for. But yeah, no, I've definitely set myself an a deadline really with this whole job application. So 3 months from now, so yeah, May, June, July. So end of July, if I haven't locked a fashion job role, then I might just have to grind it out with the bar. Oh, sorry, the bar job. But then if I'm thinking back, or really thinking about it, what stops me to continue applying if I'm still working at a bar job? Like that's fine. But if I do land the fashion role within that time frame, and it's something that I can progress career wise in the next 5 years, then I don't see why I should be looking for other roles unless they pay they pay a lot more. But right now the main aim is secure a fashion role that I can move or develop and grow career wise and salary wise. Because man, having stable income, having stable finance, it's so important when you're building a brand, because then you will always have monthly income that you can dedicate a portion of to invest in your brand, to develop samples, develop products, develop packaging, everything else in between, even hiring photographers, this and that. They all cost money, and building a brand ain't easy, man. Like you really need money for that shit. That's why now I'm cool to just grab a bar job just to make ends meet. And like I said, everyone's sort of path is different. So you just got to do what you got to do. You can't be choosy, you can't be picky. I was picky, but then I had to put myself in check and be like, yeah, you can't be too picky, man. Grab a bar job, start getting some regular income since you haven't getting since I haven't been getting income for the last 5 years, man. Honestly, I don't know how I did 5 years. That's actually some crazy shit, man, looking back. But sometimes you gotta do some crazy shit, to really move forward. And I think that's pretty much it, I believe, for this week. I'll update next week, see how sending applications for garment tech roles and whatnot, how it sort of pans out. And then if I do end up going to the Roxanda interview sometime next week, I'll update that too. What else do I have? lined up. Nah, man, not too much really. Just locked in the job hunting. It's job hunting season, man. Even when I'm working at the bar job, man, I'm in my break. I'll be looking through fucking fucking jobs to apply to. But yeah, man, this is the grind. And if you're a kid or you're just a young person who wants to start a fashion brand, clothing brand, my advice is don't. You're better off doing something else. Especially because it's already saturated. Unless you have a very meaningful story to tell, go ahead, tell it in the form of fashion, clothing. But if not, if it's just to, fuck around, not forget about it, man. You're wasting your time, wasting your money. Because this game is tough. It's cutthroat, man. Shit. But yeah, man, this is it from me, man. That's this week's update. I'm out. Peace.